Hello, Reef DVM's coming at you today, and we're doing a project here for the garden. We've had about a 25-year-old tiller, about 14, 15-inch tiller for years on the farm, and engine-wise, it's just wearing out. So today we decided to go out and get ourselves a Husqvarna CRT 900 counter rear tine tiller to help out the garden and make it a little easier for us to till. This is a 14-inch wide tiller that can go down to at least 6 inches. Fantastic little beast from what we've seen on the reviews. So turned up to be on sale for about 500 US dollars at a local store out by us, which is Fleet Farm. So we headed on over to get one. They were able to just pick it up. It's on a pallet in a box and stick it in the bed of the pickup, and there's a little bit of a light assembly of just the handle piece, but otherwise it's not too bad to put together. We're just double checking in here. I want to get some good fuel in it. I'm going to use some off-road fuel because I'm not a big fan of ethanol in these little guys. And then certainly I'm going to check the oil too. I know they put SAE 30 weight in these, but I've seen machines that have been shipped in. I'm not sure where this one is completely made. So I'm always worried that they don't have enough oil in it, and then you go start up and run it, and you burn up the engine. So obviously we're going to get this little guy fired up, and I'll go through some of the things I like about it here in the meantime. One of the things I like is my old tiller rotated clockwise, so when you would hit a rock or something in the ground that was hard, the tiller would jump forward. The tines rotate counterclockwise on this one, which actually helps pull it into the soil. And does a better job of fluffing, and I like that. This CRT 900 also has front weights on it to keep it balanced, which is really nice. You're not just relying on the weight of the engine to keep the wheels down on the ground for traction and pulling. So that I certainly like too. Obviously, there's different, trains of thoughts when it comes to the tines. These are the agricultural type. I like that. They're very aggressive, very sharp, and of course they'll go through mud and clay a little better, which is what we have here. It still has the adjustable drag bar in the back to keep it so that if you want to just till weeds, you can just do a 1-inch depth and beat them all to smithereens, versus if you actually want to do a deep garden till for turnover. It's got a nice adjustable handle for gear selection. Took me a little bit to get used to. It's got a reverse, it's got a neutral, it's got a forward, and then it's got a forward and digging position, which is basically tines running. The fuel capacity on this thing I think is about 3 quarts, so it's not quite a gallon, but that's plenty of fuel for what I need. It's got a choke on it, it's got a high and low idle on it, and then of course it's manual pull start. As you can see here, it fired up pretty good. Little bit of oil in the cylinder, I'm sure, as we fired it up. That's why there's some blue smoke, but I was relatively impressed with how quiet the machine was compared to my other one. I believe the maximum rotational speed is like over 200 revolutions per minute. I think it was like 210. So it's a very aggressive tiller for its size. A lot of tillers of this size, they have bigger engines even yet, and they're wider. And I don't want it wider because I only want to be able to go through rows. The engine on it is a Briggs & Stratton. Now Husqvarna does use Honda engines, but only in their 17 plus wide tillers. So that was not an option. So the Briggs & Stratton hopefully will work good for us and hold up. We'll keep synthetic oil in it, and we'll change that every fall before we winterize the machine. I think the engine itself displaces like 205 cc's, so it's a fairly large engine. It seems to have quite a bit of gusto. As you can see here, I'm backing it forward and backwards, and I'm pretty impressed with how quick it jumps around and moves, which is nice. Then I decided to take it down to the garden and see if this little thing could have enough torque to dig in this hard clay. And wow, I was impressed. It has 9 foot-pounds of torque, and of course it weighs like 200 pounds. I think it's maybe 2 1/4. And the thing really dug in nice. You can see there my digging depth, my whole hand sinks in, and I'm not even all the way down yet. So here I'm digging about 4 some inches down. I think the tiller itself, from the end of the handles all the way to the motor, is close to about 4 feet. If you look at the width, because of the handles, it's about 22 or 23 feet wide. or excuse me, feet, inches wide. So it's about, handle width is probably around, again, 22, 23 inches wide. But the tiller's digging width, which is the wheels and the actual tines and stuff, is only about 14 inches, so it fits down my rows. So I certainly, I do like that, okay? The height of the machine, I think I measured it around 36 inches high. At the highest point I could set the handle. The handle does have adjustment. You can lay it down or you can pick it up more. I have it in a kind of a middle position here. It's adjusted by a single turn, kind of one handle that you can loosen and then change the handle. Overall, I like how it's digging so far. I'll probably have to do a 1-year review on it, but I've been very pleased with the digger so far. We dug the potatoes here. It dug it great. We were able to slip between the rows with absolutely no problem. The adjustment on it, like I said, for the handle was great. Its ability to fluff and dig hard soil was excellent. So far the review is very positive, folks. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe and like to our channel. We'll continue to put out great videos like this.